In other news, residents may no longer need to put up with constant drilling and roadworks as authorities roll out a new approach to manage cables underground. Starting with Tengah New Town, it will be extended to other major infrastructure projects, including new public housing, MRT lines, and road networks. Ivy Chok with more.
Under all these blocks, hidden in plain sight, are thousands of electrical cables running deep underground. As Singapore builds more homes and infrastructure, making better use of the space below ground is more important than ever.
Going underground is one of the key strategies to make better use of Singapore's limited land. As Singapore continues to grow, we're going to require more infrastructure for new housing, industries, for communities. By placing suitable infrastructure underground, we can free up valuable surface land that can cater for future growth and make the environment better for all.
Here's what happens underground. Each utility provider lays its own separate network, some power cables here and other telco lines there. But what happens when something needs to be fixed or upgraded? Well, they have to come down and dig open these roads in order to access the cables. Utility-specific ducts change all of that. Instead of separate trenches, they now run through one single shared system, and they're encased in reinforced concrete. Manholes are also built along at regular intervals so workers can easily access them without ever having to break open the roads above. And this means fewer disruptions for everyone above ground. These channels can be found at the new Tengah estate. Contractors say access points are placed along the road as close as every 200 meters, like this one here that runs as deep as 3 meters. By removing the manhole cover, workers can enter to do maintenance works or add new cables. Authorities say these lines are also protected by concrete, making it safer for workers and anyone nearby. Besides engineering solutions like this, tech is also being used to scan roads and pinpoint more accurately where each cable is located.
Advanced, non-invasive mapping technologies such as multi-channel ground penetration radar to map better the location of utilities so that trial trenches can be more targeted. And because they're doing it on behalf of all utility owners, you have a significant reduction in road openings.
But shared utility ducts could be better suited for new developments. In mature, built-up estates, fitting new infrastructure underground is more complex. Authorities also have to consider various factors to decide what happens beneath our feet.
How Singapore decide where to actually locate what they want to store underground depends on 5 factors: geographical and geological, and then safety, security, and environmental.
For example, at Gali Batu, an area near Mandai, the land is currently being explored as a potential storage space for construction materials.
It was originally a granite rock, small mountain, and they have actually cleared off a lot of rock and create a lot of more usable space. And they could actually have explored a lot of options to go underground, deeper. It is easily accessible and it's near to the expressway and so on. So if you use to store construction material for future usage, in the event you need to use it, then it can be actually accessed easily through all the logistics.
As Singapore looks further underground, the challenge now is making sure space below is planned well before the next layer of infrastructure goes in.
Authorities are also developing a centralised platform to collect and manage underground utility data. It's hoped that by sharing this info, agencies can better plan space beneath the ground for decades to come. Nasyrah Rohim takes us below the surface.
Singapore is known for building upwards, but its next frontier is underground. Its dedicated master plan has one clear aim: move below ground what does not need to stay on the surface. Beneath our feet is already a vast network of tunnels, pipes, rail lines and storage facilities, helping the land's scarce island make better use of every layer of space. Imagine descending down through Singapore's hidden city. Just 3 meters below street level, The first layer is already alive with the systems that keep the city running: power cables, gas pipes, water mains, and telecommunications lines. Descend to around 12 meters, and level 2 reveals pedestrian links and walkways, connecting Singapore's modern landscape of air-conditioned malls and skyscrapers. Deeper still, between 15 and 50 meters underground, level 3 is home to hundreds of kilometers of MRT tunnels and tracks, and the vital 12-kilometer Kallang and Paya Lebar Expressway. Reaching level 4 is the deep tunnel sewerage system, which goes to a depth of some 55 meters underground. It's a massive underground superhighway for Singapore's used water management. And deeper still, at some 60 meters, is a major network of tunnels carrying high-voltage electricity cables. They are part of Singapore's long-term power infrastructure. And then there's Singapore's water reclamation infrastructure, which extends even deeper, reaching 62 meters underground, with some shafts descending to 84 meters. It also shows how tricky underground planning can be, especially when several major infrastructure networks may need to share space at similar depths. Now, even deeper underground is where Singapore's military stores some of its ammunition. Built about 100 meters below the surface, it took 10 years to carve out these spaces. It houses massive ammunition chambers linked by underground road tunnels, wide enough for container trucks. Go even deeper, and beneath Jurong Island lie the massive Jurong Rock Caverns. Built about 150 meters underground, they store liquid hydrocarbons such as crude oil, reducing the need for large above-ground tanks. The caverns free up surface land equivalent to about 70 football fields, allowing scarce industrial space to be used for higher value activities. Looking ahead, more uses for the underground space are being explored, from storage to the possibility of deeper energy and water infrastructure. This includes underground data centers, which have also been studied for their cooling advantages, though they remain commercially challenging. But underground homes? For now, that is not where Singapore is headed. The priority is to move just the critical infrastructure below the surface, so scarce land above ground can be used for what matters most: people, businesses, and future growth.